All right, breaking news. Mr. Taliaferro TV, what's going on? Paul George, you're hearing this fresh off the presses, officially traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, not the Los Angeles Lakers, not the Boston Celtics, but the Oklahoma City Thunder. And a huge breaking news announcement. Paul George goes and joins up with Russell Westbrook, the MVP, and now the Thunder get that second superstar to replace Kevin Durant. Remember, let's break this down in all facets. Oklahoma City has a couple years to get this thing right with Russell Westbrook. Remember, he has 2 years left on his deal. Signed the extension last summer. He has 2 years left on his deal. After that, many believe that Russell Westbrook has paid his ties to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Remember, once Kevin Durant left, he had a decision. He could have became a free agent this summer or, signed an extension, and he decided to sign an extension and pledge his loyalty to Oklahoma City to give them one more opportunity to build a team around him. Last season, as you can see, he didn't have a team. That's why the brother had that average of triple-double. They needed every rebound that he had. They needed every assist that he had. They needed every point that he had, including 50-point outbursts, game winners from like Dunner to White Line. It's time for the Thunder to make a move, and they've done so with acquiring a Paul George. Paul George is somebody who can come right in, step in, be somebody that'll average at least 23, 24 points a game. And I can't say it's a replacement for Kevin Durant, but it's definitely somebody that can step in and do some of the things that Kevin Durant did. If you're Paul George, here's what it came down to. Paul George told the Indiana Pacers over a week or two ago that he was leaving Indiana next year to go to the Los Angeles Lakers. He was leaving regardless. So that helped the Pacers go ahead and trade him. But the Pacers claimed they were taking their time. We knew that they wouldn't enter the season with Paul George, but we were thinking, hey, they would trade him at some point soon. They would probably try to press Boston. Boston is a team that's saying that they were saying that they were going to have to go after Paul George after they signed Gordon Hayward. Well, Indiana pulled the trigger tonight. They traded Paul George for Victor Oladipo. Remember, Boston has Brooklyn's #1 pick next year. Boston has Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, all type of weapons. But you trade him for Victor Oladipo? That's what you get for Paul George? You could have took the Lakers, Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. I'd take a young Julius Randle over that. What were you thinking? Indiana, that's one of the worst trades in NBA history. That might be worse than the Paul Gasol for Kwame Brown trade when the Grizzlies gave up Paul Gasol to the Lakers and Paul Gasol went on to win championships. And don't forget, Marc Gasol was on the other end of that trade. You gave him up for Victor Oladipo? Is that what you're doing? That has to be one of the dumbest trades I've ever seen in my life. Victor Oladipo. Right now, we know the details of the trade to be Paul George for Victor Oladipo and a couple other bomb Oklahoma City Thunder players. Are you serious? We'll be back with more info on this trade. I'll break it down further, but just to sum up what has happened, the Indiana Pacers have traded Paul George for Victor Oladipo. The Pacers claimed they were waiting to hear all their options. You took Victor Oladipo over Kevin Love? The Cavs were offering you Kevin Love. You took that? The Boston Celtics were willing to give you Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, or Jaylen Brown maybe, and maybe even Jay Crowder, and you took Victor Oladipo? The Lakers ready to give you Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, and whoever else you wanted on their roster outside of Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball. This is one of the dumbest trades I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie, and I've seen a lot of trades. Worked at ESPN for a lot of trades to see a lot of trades happen. One of the dumbest trades I've ever seen in my life. And by the way, that's a 1-year rental for Paul George. Paul George is still a free agent after the season. He can leave the Thunder or go to LA. I doubt he'd figure it out with Oklahoma City because that's not a championship team. That team is now better fit to compete, but they're nowhere close to a team that's ready to compete for a championship. Talk to me. Comment box below. Paul George traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Victor Oladipo. I need opinions on this one. I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com. Again, that's booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com.